Kamara Drive-In. It's the coach. This is the 2020 season on EA Sports. Coming up, 2017 Offensive Rookie of the Year, Alvin Kamara. Fresh off a big performance a week ago, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Dallas Cowboys. With that, let's get on over to AT&T Stadium in Arlington for the call from Jerry World. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Dallas Cowboys. Hello again, everyone. I'm Brandon Godden, joined as always by Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Cowboy team entering play. They come in on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
And they looked awfully good last week and came away with a 2-touchdown victory. They did have a few reasons for concern defensively, but all in all, they'll take a repeat here if they could get it.
Meanwhile, for the Bengals here, it's late in the year. We all know it. We've seen the calendar for these guys. Their bodies could probably use a break, but they have to push on.
And they're really not as worried about that as maybe we think. They know they've got the entire offseason to rest. All they care about is the game in front of them and finishing strong.
Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Here come the Bengals now to take over. And they're led out by a guy who learned from one of the great ones in his first few years in Tom Brady. This is Jimmy Garoppolo.
When you're a backup to one of the all-time great players, if you don't spend time picking that guy's brain or just watching and observing how he does things to increase your game, then you've wasted that time. I don't think Jimmy Garoppolo is that type of a player. I think those lessons learned have a chance to transmit themselves very well.
It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play, 2nd down. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run to the football, and the plays he's making, he's spilling them in the offensive backfield.
Here's Johnson. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. And the tight end, Zach Ertz, is key in this offense as we get a look at the starters.
Comes out of the factory known as Stanford, which keeps putting out tight ends. Zach Ertz, one of the better ones we've seen in recent years.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. Not the opening possession they were looking for, especially on the road.
No doubt about it, because they wanted to come out and establish a little momentum right away. But now bringing up a 4th down, an empty possession, not what they were seeking.
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. Leading them out at QB is the former North Carolina Tar Heel, Mitchell Trubisky.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day. Kill.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels. Because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
On the ground, this is Kamara. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. The headshots here, the offensive unit. And what about Brandon Cooks?
If he's not a 1,000-yard receiver every year he's healthy in the league, I'll be surprised. Came out of college wanting to be a pro, studied all the best receivers in the NFL before he even got to the league.
On third down, Trubisky. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
On fourth down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And the Bengals will take over here first and 10. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And partner, I'm going to make a quick pivot here and ask you to play general manager. It's well documented they're last in the league in offense, number 32. What changes might they make?
And this is where you have to be almost like a chess master as a general manager, because you have a few things at your disposal that you need to use. Obviously the draft, free agency, maybe you can make some trades, but also look at your practice squad. Have you been grooming players to promote and give them an opportunity to play as well? That way you start to supplement as well as replace guys that need it.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Johnson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. And the throw there going to be incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treat it as such.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Cowboy offense heading out. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Watch the run, watch the run. Alert flare, flare.
On 2nd down, Kamara. He takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4. Now Trubisky. This is caught. It's close. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards and a Cowboy 1st down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on third. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And this is going to be incomplete.
He had a good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And he slings one that's incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. That'll bring up second down. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Now Garoppolo. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4. On the ground, Kamara. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. Running with Kamara. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for Dallas. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Take it at the 37. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15, and the Bengals will take over in terrific field position. And getting our first update now from Nashville. It's the Lions that have grabbed the early lead. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses.
Check, 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 check. Check three, check three, check three.
On play action, now Garoppolo. And his throw is incomplete. The tight end Seth DeValve, the intended receiver, and it's second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Garoppolo on the bootleg. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jalen Smith gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah, what's going on? It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
Here's Brian Anger now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
That's right, baby. They don't want it.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And incomplete. Almost intercepted. The D lineman almost had it. Couldn't hang on.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Here's Jamie Gillen now. He's been terrific so far. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Jimmy Garoppolo and his offense heading back on the field. And this defense, they came prepared. He's probably going to be seeing them in his sleep if they don't fix things quickly.
And that's not exactly what he wants to see in his post-game slumber. So they've got to figure out a way to slow things down a little bit. Some screen passes, some draws, anything to make the defensive front hesitate a little bit. Think on their way back to the quarterback, maybe even a quarterback draw, some type of tendency breaker to change things up.
Exactly. Whatever the case, something to mix it up here. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, a run for Johnson. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Here we go.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Screenplay. Johnson. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. We're scoreless after 1. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football. But likely not for long as they're in punt formation to kick it away. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
A pass complete here to Conley. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. Desmond King making the tackle. From the 36, Trubisky. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Sacked there by Avery Williamson, the linebacker.
Partner, the Mike linebacker, the middle linebacker has so many different responsibilities. How excited do you think he was to get home with that blitz?
Yeah, he wants a sack. He got it. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And that will be incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game now. Sometimes a better punter may actually determine the outcome.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Running from the gun, Johnson. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
Here we go.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. He already has 2 sacks to his credit. Now another tackle for loss.
And you know how you can always identify who was supposed to block him? They're the ones helping up the person who just got knocked to the ground with the ball, right? Whether it's a running play or a pass play, they've got to figure out a way to slow him down. Maybe you chip him with a second guy. Maybe you just out-and-out double him. Maybe you make sure you take the ball and throw it as far away from him as possible. Because right now, he is wrecking things for them.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
I can't help it. Every time I see Eric Berry make a play, as we just saw him make a tackle there, I just want to stand up and applaud.
Because he went to Tennessee like you?
Well, that doesn't hurt one bit, but how about the comeback? I mean, he came back from beating cancer and getting back to Pro Bowl level, one of the best players in the game.
The Bengals on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 6. There's Garoppolo to throw. He finds Roberts, complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The end result, 21 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
A first chance in the red zone for the Bengals now. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll run it with Johnson. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Tevin Coleman, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon.
I know the play ends up in the end zone with one person carrying the ball, but how about that big mass of humanity that guided him to that spot?
Yeah, they got there, but I love the dive. Always a fan of the dive. Josh Lambo now for the point after. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And Tevin Coleman polished it off with a touchdown run. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. He's had a good chunk of carries. Problem is for very little success. I don't want to put it all on his shoulders, but that's a big reason they're losing right now.
Have to be very careful that he doesn't start pointing fingers. Offensive line obviously trying. The defense is doing a nice job against him today. When it's all said and done, it's all about the guy in the mirror. He has to get it done better going forward.
See if he can look and do some soul-searching now. Well, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And that's what he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives him a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
He will have a first down here at about the 40. The drive stays alive, a third down gain of 8.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league and converting on third down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, third down conversions. So they got one there. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Alvin Kamara, his 9th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Elliott good with a PAT, and we are tied at 7. Just a 4-play drive that time, and the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Brandon, that play certainly felt like what I call a tendency breaker. 1st and 10, they dial up a draw play. That's not a normal situation, but give credit to the defense. They weren't fooled at all and really finished off the play.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On the ground, this is Johnson. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. And the Bengals on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. To throw is Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. And the great veteran Eric Berry back to knock that one away. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Here's Brian Anger now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Fielded just inside the 20. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now here come the Cowboys. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes us forward for about 6. They'll get 6 on the play, and it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
They got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. 3rd and 2. Now Trubisky. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for Dallas. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. And out now, here come the Bengals. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. To throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. Roberts has it. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Garoppolo looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Throwing here, Trubisky. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. Now it's Trubisky. And able to find Conley. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's Trubisky. And that's complete to Cooks. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have the show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. The weather might be cold, but the playoff races are heating up here on this final Sunday before Christmas. So let's get to it. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, each team able to manage just one touchdown apiece. 7-7 is our score. And for the call of the second half, we send it back to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Sean Williams there defensively to break that one up. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. They'll run. This is Kamara. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. Trubisky now off the bootleg. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
I'm coming back. I'm coming back.
These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for Dallas. Fielded at the 20. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. They go to Johnson again. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. And the Cowboys here on 3rd down bringing in an extra defensive back. Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
There are a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on 3rd down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180!
On first down, Johnson. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Okay, 57, Mike. Mike, 57.
On 2nd down now, it's Johnson. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. This is Miller, complete. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. So they go pass on 3rd and 2. They completed, but no gain. Should they have tried to run it?
I thought that running the ball in that situation is what they would have done, because at worst case scenario, you may bring up a 4th down decision for your team. Instead, now they're not close to the 1st down.
On is Josh Lambo for the field goal try. This from 54 yards away. The kick by Lambo is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers? It's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Let's go, Buck.
Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
It's just me and you.
Now Trubisky to throw. And the catch good. It's Eifert. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. On the counter, here's Kamara. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Kamara. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
A man who's been busy this afternoon. It's Kamara again. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Trubisky. He gets it to Cooks. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a first down.
And a lot of people ask this.
And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Mitchell Trubisky, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Cowboys have retaken the lead. And maybe the defense caught a little by surprise there that he took off and got in?
Yeah, I would think so, because if you're analyzing it from that side of the ball, you're thinking running back, fullback. It takes you a while before you get to the quarterback.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it was all capped off by Mitchell Trubisky's touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game, are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Tackle made there by Chidobe Awuzie. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now Johnson. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Here's a 20th carry for Johnson. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Make it now 3 tackles for a loss in this game, 1 for each quarter.
And for a guy who played defense in college, I can just tell you that he's feeling very satisfied right now by what he's doing, but he's elated because he knows what he's doing is helping his team win the game right now, making some big-time plays, getting into the offense's backfield and spilling everything.
Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. He's up over 100 yards, and he'll be looking to get in the end zone again.
Has a tremendous nose for it, doesn't he? The ability to pile up yardage and find the end zone, that's the combination you want in your runner.
That's a combination any coach wants, and we'll see if he can find that end zone once more. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They go play action. Trubisky. It's caught by Quincy Enunwa. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. Trubisky now, 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And his throw here's incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position could get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his 1st drop, his 2nd drop of the game. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3.
Watch the shit. Watch the shit.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he will have the 1st down as he gets this to the 47. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 47. Here's Trubisky to throw. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Back now in Arlington. It's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the 4th.
You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
Looking to throw again on second down. Trubisky got his man. It's Eifert. A gain there of 21 yards.
We play to win. Let's go.
Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you've got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Like 50, huh? Get that quarterback at all costs. Check 52.
Here's Kamara off the draw. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. And despite the fancy footwork we saw, they'll get to him just inside the 15. That's a gain of 4 here in the fourth quarter, with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. This is caught. It's Cooks. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Quincy Enunwa, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
No lead safe in the new NFL, but this score is really going to give them some needed breathing room.
Elliott on for the extra point. It's good, and it's 21-10. So that one a long 11-play drive, and it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. 1st down. They need a touchdown, the 2-point conversion, and a field goal. Pretty good start to the drive, though.
Yeah, good start to the drive, but the urgency has to really be increased by both the players on the field and everyone on the sidelines. Got to make sure everyone is up and into this game.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Off the draw, here's Johnson. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
That's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give them a lot of confidence to help turn things around.
Here we go, here we go. And let's get this,
On 2nd and 11 now. Garoppolo. It's caught by Roberts. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. There's Garoppolo to throw. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense, great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, and especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
No move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. And no, it's incomplete. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. And this offense led by Mitchell Trubisky going to make their way back out there. And after the slow start, the numbers show he has really straightened things out. How often sometimes is that you come into a game and the defense is game planned a little differently than you expected?
More often than maybe people realize, so adjustments are often a big part of each and every game, and it's not just getting to halftime. It's series to series to make it work, and being able to hang in there when there's a little adversity early and see them able to flip it around, it's kind of gratifying for a team to watch, especially for a coach.
A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage work. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. It's the sack master, Justin Houston, who comes up with it. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold
But he
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Well, we'll see what his offense can do. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. They'll run on first down. It's Johnson, and he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. On 2nd and 2, Garoppolo. Roberts got it. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Here we go.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And this is incomplete. The intended receiver was set to valve. And now it's 2nd down. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Garoppolo under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jalen Smith able to record his 5th sack of the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Garoppolo going to go on 4th down. And he's going to go down again. Avery Jones. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that when that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. But they can thank their defense for another stop, and now look at the score, where they've got the football. They're looking pretty good.
They're looking excellent because now you're thinking to yourself, let's just take some time off the clock, work it down, and, of course, you put another touchdown on the board, you pretty much say bye-bye to this one.
Play calling here can be a little bit more conservative because of the lead.
A little bit more conservative. The biggest thing, everyone understands how to get the ball downfield and how to stay in bounds and make sure the clock keeps running.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Trubisky. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. On 3rd down, Trubisky. He's got the hook up with Conley. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10.
Come on, D. Joker, 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 Joker.
Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. On the ground, this is Kamara. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
180! 50 to Mike, 50 to Mike. I'm trying to collect. Under 10, 10.
Got an open man, it's a noon one. And he'll be brought down well short of the 1st at about the 9-yard line. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the 1st down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the 2nd half. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And Elliott puts this one through. And that will get the lead up to 14. So they settle for just the 3. But clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off. But they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. So Jimmy Garoppolo and the offense down by 2 touchdowns. 1:53 remaining. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. Garoppolo hustling him back to the line now. On 2nd and a yard. Garoppolo. His throw incomplete.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against the secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Garoppolo to throw for it on 4th. Complete to his tight end, Seth DeValve. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Now Garoppolo. Fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Back to the air on second. It's Garoppolo. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 30. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. On first down, Garoppolo. This is Miller, complete. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And it ends with a Bengals score. So 20 seconds remain. It'll come down to this. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. And they take a knee. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now third and long. And they will take a knee here. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for Dallas, it's a good fifth win for them as they play out the string. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, it's another loss as they now fall to 4-11. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.